If I could go back to myself 5 years ago, right when I was beginning my digital marketing agency, and give myself just 3 pieces of advice, that's what I'm gonna share with you in this video. Because if I would have had these pieces of advice, I would have been able to save myself hundreds of thousands of dollars and more time saved than I could ever even imagine. So with that being said, let's jump in. What's up guys, Nick here. A reminder, on this channel we talk about all things you can do to scale your business, increase the productivity in your life so you can go out there and live your dreams. Now in today's video, again, I'm gonna talk about 3 things, 3 pieces of advice that I wish I could go back and tell myself 5 years ago when I had started my own digital marketing agency. All right, so for piece of advice number 1, and this one would have saved me an entire year. Okay guys, it would have saved me an entire year. And that is this: when you were getting started, you're not a walking digital marketing agency, okay? You don't know everything there is to know about SEM and SEO and website design and graphic design and Facebook funnels and ad funnels and Google ads and YouTube ads and everything in between. That was the biggest mistake I made, okay? So for over an entire year, when I had started my agency, I was trying to sell anything I could to anybody, and I ended up selling absolutely nothing, okay? Because I would talk to a bunch of different random business owners, I was going to networking events, and I didn't understand what I was doing, I didn't understand their pain points, I didn't understand the solutions. And I was like, oh, email marketing, yeah, it's gonna be $500, or oh, you want a website, it'll be $5,000. I had no sales process, nothing. It wasn't until the day that I decided to go after one niche with one service and offer one solution that we absolutely exploded, okay? One niche, one service, one solution. I'll give you an example of what ours was. It was able to take us from 0 to $1.7 million in a 10-month period because we found a very good market, okay? Here's what I mean by that. By one niche, I mean focus on one market, guys, whether it's plumbers or remodelers or concrete layers or med spas or dentists, right? One market, okay? And then you provide one service to them. You don't need to go out there and provide everything. You don't need to provide email marketing and website design and all the stuff I had talked about before. In our case, what we offered was Facebook ads and a funnel. We generated one specific type of customer, okay? And then one solution. And that solution was literally generating knee pain patients, and in our case, hyaluronic acid injection patients for our clients. Very, very specific, okay? One niche, one service, one solution, okay? And if you're doing it in the plumber market, for example, understand that every business market has different types of customers that they love. So for plumbers, for example, they love hot water heater clients, right? Or for mortgage brokers, they might love VA refinance clients, right? So you need to be able to understand what is the type of customer they want, and then you need to have one specific solution for them. Not this all-in-one package where you're gonna go crazy. You can add that stuff down the line, and if you're an advanced marketer, sweet, awesome. We've added a lot of stuff as well. I'm talking about when you're just getting started, okay? Because it's too hard for you to understand the intricacies and the ins and outs of every single different type of advertising platform. Just focus on one advertising platform, one service, one solution. Now here's other reasons why it works so well. It works so well because it makes your marketing a million times easier. Guess what? If I know that almost every chiropractor, integrated medical chiropractor in the country, which was our niche, wanted hyaluronic acid patients, guess what made my marketing simple? I'd reach out to them and say, hey, do you want more hyaluronic acid patients? Way more effective than saying, hey, do you want more customers? Or, hey, do you want more back cracks, right? Because a lot of our guys didn't want back cracks or the adjustment type stuff, okay? Same thing can be said in dentists, right? If you talk to a cosmetic dentist and say, hey, we're gonna send you a teeth whitening campaign, it's not gonna mean anything to them. They want to hear about veneers or all-in-4, the higher ticket services, okay? Helps in that regard. Here's the other reason why it helps a ton, is it helps so much with your sales process. It's so hard to build a consistent sales process when you are customizing solutions, when you are trying to figure out different markets and different niches and how your products move in, right? And if you're new in selling, and especially if you're starting your own business and it's your first time starting your own business, it's so hard, guys. But guess what? When you have one niche that you're going after with one service, product that you're offering, and then one solution, right? Facebook ads, funnels, whatever it might be, it's so much easier. So that would have saved me a year of time and so much wasted headache, and I highly recommend that you focus on that here today. Now, let's get into piece of advice number 2, and that is focus heavily on one sales prospecting channel. You are going to get overwhelmed with a million different people telling you to do LinkedIn, to post blogs, to start podcasts, to build an email list, to run Facebook ads, go on Facebook groups, to run YouTube ads, build a YouTube channel, go on Snapchat, TikTok, Quora, Reddit. There's a million ways to get clients, guys. You've got to find one channel when you're getting started and focus and go all in on that channel, okay? That is so critical. Now, I can't tell you specifically what you should do because frankly, every market performs a little bit differently, hangs out a little differently. Your best bet to go after roofers is probably not gonna be on LinkedIn. Wow, that could be actually a really good place for financial advisors, right? So again, every market's gonna depend a little bit. You need to figure out where your market's hanging out at and then directly message them in order to go all in on that one channel. Okay, and I'll give you 2 examples of this and how I was able to use this growing my agency. The first thing I figured out was email marketing, but I didn't do cold email spam, okay? I didn't just load up a list, which can work very well, by the way. But what I did was I did custom video email prospecting. So what that means is I got insanely good at finding my exact target market, right? Remember I said earlier that we went after chiropractors who needed hyaluronic acid patients. I would literally pull up their website and I would shoot them a quick video using a cheap webcam. I would upload that video to a ClickFunnels website and host it there. I would email those doctors individually, personally, from my own email, okay, saying, hey, I can get you more hyaluronic acid patients. That's not the only thing I did though. I would email them and I had follow-up email sequences, but then I would also send them a written hand letter saying, hey, I can get you hyaluronic acid patients. And then I would call them, literally cold call and say, hey, did you get my email? Did you get my letter? I can get your patients. It got to a point where 1.5 out of every 20 custom videos and custom emails that I was sending was getting new clients. That's how we exploded so fast. Because guess what? When I found a prospecting method that worked and I went all in on it and I figured it out, we went absolutely gangbusters, okay? And what I evolved to, what I moved into, and where everyone needs to move into, okay, is paid advertising. And we've been running Facebook paid advertising to get clients for over 3 years now. We've spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and we've made millions and millions back. But that's what I got insanely good at, okay? Running Facebook ads to a video sales letter to get them on the phone to close them. All right, so cut all the nonsense, cut all the BS, focus on one prospecting channel when you're first getting started, get really, really good at it. Because here's the truth, guys, as long as your market is hanging out there and you understand the problems and the pain in the market, kind of like we talked about in step 1, where you need to focus on one niche and one solution, you're gonna be able to get in front of people with any type of method, really, as long as you understand your messaging and the people actually hang out there, your ideal target market. And here's the third piece of advice that I wanna give you, and that is this, okay? I had a mentor of mine say this to me several years into my journey, but I love it, and it was one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard. And that is this: when times are good, sales above all else. And when times are bad, sales above all else. If you are a beginning business owner, digital marketer, or even if you're intermediate, right, doing $10,000 to $50,000 a month, you must learn sales. Now that doesn't mean you spend your whole life banging the phones. You absolutely should not do that, but you must understand how to attract and bring in a customer, okay? Because business is all about getting in new customers. Now, does that mean that we don't pay attention to the clients we have? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I believe that the true sale doesn't even begin until you actually collect the credit card, right? Especially in our business, because we need to continue to win sales back month over month over month. And there's a lot of people who have this fantasy that just because you sign a client, they're just gonna stick with you. And that's not the case. And I know a lot of people who are watching this probably realize that, okay? So you must obsess over sales, not just sales on the front end, but also selling your clients after actually they pay you, okay? Right after they pay you, you need to continue selling them month over month. Why should they work with you? How can you help them out? You need to look at everything as one big game of sales, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. Yes, we need to get results for our customers. We need to obsess over that, but you still have to continue to sell, because it's very possible, and you might be watching this video and you've probably gotten amazing results for a client and they left, okay? You have to get results, no question, but you must also sell the client on staying with you month over month and give them reasons to stay so that they don't pop out and go somewhere else. So those are the 3 biggest pieces of advice, okay? Number 1, one niche, one offer, one solution. Cut all the fat, focus on one specific thing to one market and one solution so that you can get comfortable selling it and really solve a big problem in the marketplace. Number 2, obsess over one specific type of prospecting method and get insanely good at that type of prospecting method. Insanely good. Tons of them can work. The problem is we're all doing like 10% effort in each one, okay? Insanely good at one specific, okay? And then number 3, when times are good, sales above all else, and when times are bad, sales above all else. Awesome, guys. So if you liked today's video, give me a subscribe, give me a like button, hit the notification bell, let me know in the comments below. It helps the channel a lot. I really want to design this stuff. I've got so much that I can teach and train on in regards to this type of topic. Hopefully you guys got a lot of good value out of it. I'll see you guys in the next video.